Taipei in that dreaded 8th and 9th playoff. And here we have it then, the final pool game this afternoon from Pool A. It's Hong Kong, the first seeded team at this tournament, up against Chinese Taipei. Hong Kong with a very convincing 54-0 demolition job of Malaysia earlier. Chinese Taipei, well, they went down to Malaysia, not by a lot. They went down by 26 points to 19. And what they'll be concerned about here is the thumping that they will likely get and go into the 8th, 9th playoff against Afghanistan later today. Brimming with experience and a sprinkling of youth and enthusiasm. Lots of playmakers in Webb. And they've got the luxury of benching Jamie Hood and Kadu Lee. But players like Lee Jones, the McQueens, Yu Kam Shing, it's an incredible team of experience. And here we go, Chinese Taipei. They managed to bag themselves 3 tries in their earlier game against Malaysia. Definitely capable. And our referee, all the way from New Zealand, James Dolman, finds himself in Korea at the Olympic qualifiers. Russ Webb with the ball in hand. It's a good combination, the Movember facial here, the rugby league headband on, taped around his head. Look at that from Lee Jones, beautifully done in the air. Russ Webb's restarts are on the money this weekend. Tom McQueen back to Webb. He looks to line up. Coverdale had to take it high, slowed him down for a moment. They pile forward though. Hugo Styles, Max Denmark, look at this man go. It'll be almost impossible to stop from here. He's way too big and fast. And he helps himself by bringing it round a little bit. And he's rapidly emerging as one of the real out-and-out talents of Asian rugby. No secret to people in Hong Kong, the rise of this young man. And no match for the Chinese Taipei defence as Russ Webb sinks the extra 2. An early lead, and look at this. We heard that he's running at about 103 kilos at the moment. He's shed a couple of pounds and he is quick. There's some of the supporters that have come over from Hong Kong to support their friends and family in their bid to reach the Olympics. Max Denmark bats it back, well taken by Styles. How did he take that? Taken down by Xu Chen Wen, and they're on the front foot again. Webb, ball in 2 hands, fixes the defence, beats 1, beats 2, dances around in a swirl of Chinese Taipei players. Tom McQueen, he decides to get on the action. And just like Max Denmark, he's too strong and too fast. A man from the previous generation of Sevens players, picks up a second of the tournament. Still showing everybody he's got the goods. Some of the Singapore players marvel at the man. Russ Webb won't have any problems with that. And if that's your favourite moustache of the weekend, get on Facebook and say so. Let's hear it. Who's rocking the best tash at this event? Chinese Taipei falling straight behind, 14 points to 0. Webb's restarts are key to this Hong Kong outfit, and again it's Denmark to Styles. Alex McQueen to Russ Webb. On the outside's Coverdale this time. He goes in low with the shoulder and puts in the fend. It's a great individual effort from the big Tigers forward. And well, it's 3 kickouts and it's 3 tries. And again, Denmark going up, winning the ball back. Styles on hand, and it's just going like a dream at the moment. Get the balloons out. Thoroughly impressed with that one. Webb again, 3 from 3 for him. And it's all down to the restart, such an important part of the game. Look at Coverdale here, just bangs in and then finally fends off Lin Tung Hoi, who gave up a few inches on the reach. Well timed, well placed, as manager Martin Kibble looks anguished. Probably about the buffet tonight. Away comes Yu Cheon Yu, and just as we talk about how important the restarts are, up goes the head. I don't believe it. Oh, that's a Minty's advert. He punches the air to celebrate just a little bit too early, and he's probably bombed a try here. Oh, you got a feel for the man, but that was very naive. Look at this. Oh, he's tripped over nothing. A worm popped its head up. And he's knocked it on. Well, that is an absolute shocker. Must be divots out there. You shouldn't laugh, but you do. That would have been in his highlights reel. Probably will anyway. Styles with the feed. And he gets taken. It's a good tackle. Good alert work down. They've managed to get the ball. It's Chen Tung Kai. He's been lifted up by Denmark and co. Covered out. McQueen's on the action. He's over the line. There's like 5 Hong Kong players in there now, and eventually it's a collapse maul. So they did well to pick it off Styles at the base of the scrum. But then the big men got involved, and their bigger men were bigger than the other bigger men. And they've held it up nicely. Up to the 5-minute mark now. Camped 5 out, 5 in. It's a hard place to get out of. As Coleman takes time to receive a bit of intel. They said it was high. So, bit of a let-off for Chinese Taipei. What can they do here? They'll throw themselves at the line, no doubt. Got some good footwork out wide. Here's Lin Tung Hoi. Tom McQueen won't be beaten by Lee Mung Chun's bit of trickery on the footwork. Look how quick the Hong Kong defensive line's surging up. They found themselves with 3-on-1, and Tom McQueen has to turn and go back, and he's not troubled by that one. And they've wasted a bit of ball there, Chinese Taipei. They won't mind me saying so. Hugo Styles, there's absolutely no one in front of him. Waits for them, gives them a chance to get back, and they don't, so he goes for it. The young man from Valley heads off to the 10-metre. Webb's on hand, but he puts his hand straight on the ground, just mistimed it. Coleman's right there. He'll be looking over at his fellow youngster. He's probably a smaller target, Hugo Styles, to get your hands on. They decide to nudge it towards the sideline here and have a crack deep in this first half. But Hong Kong won't mind this. It's not all going to be tries and glamour. They're going to have to do some hard defensive work tomorrow. They come up against top tier teams, so they'll enjoy having a chance here to defend. Lai Kwang Huang hits his man. Nicely done. He comes around and fires in a good pass. And what is that? I'm not sure. I've never seen that before. If he thought he was under some kind of penalty advantage or what. I'm not even sure it was a drop kick. So the half ends 21 points to 0 with a bizarre bit of work from Chinese Taipei. 3 good tries in the first half, all converted by Russ Webb. And here's the first to Max Denmark. Just nobody really going to be able to stop him from there. Not only from Chinese Taipei, but possibly any team at all. Styles has been electric in this first half. McQueen Thomas takes his first of the game. before this happened. So 2 bizarre incidents from Chinese Taipei, contributing to the highlights for Coverdale. Stretched away for his first one, a glimpse of a smile there. He's done well. It's a good finish, clinical. And here was where Russ Webb just put his hand straight to floor there, being penalised. So exciting first half. Chinese Taipei holding on at the end to keep Hong Kong scoreless for the final 3 minutes. There's a sprinkling of Hong Kong flags around the stadium here, Nam Dong. Parents and friends have travelled, as they did, to Guangzhou to support the Hong Kong Women's Olympic Qualifier 2 weeks ago. That one was taken out by China, so Chinese women have qualified for Tokyo. They join Japan, representing Asia. The winner of this tournament will take the 11th spot at the Olympics for the men's. And the runner-up will go to the repechage, which will be held in Biarritz in France in June. A final chance for the also-rans, the Nearlies. Just 12 teams, of course, qualifying for the Olympics for the men's and the women. So fantastic. Asia will have 2 teams there. Who will join Japan? Will it be Hong Kong? Lee Jones, short ball to Tom McQueen. He belts off down the sideline. I think he's not going to have the angle. Puts the shoulder in. Coverdale supports. Jones is there. Webb and Stiles. So no substitutions at half-time as Max Denmark takes one on the bounce. They clutch at him rather despairingly. 3 players try to get a hand on him. He's coated in grease. Off he goes for try number 2. Had to work a bit harder for this one. It was Tom McQueen with the early break down the near side. Not having the pace to get away. It was a good covering tackle to slow him down. But eventually Hong Kong in for their 4th. Russ Webb, his 4th conversion. Look at this, the strength and the power. He's big through the hips. Looks like McQueen has been hooked. Yu Kam Shing is on, and 12 for him. Russ Webb, and that's an absolute cracker. Looks like he's taken in the air there. Lee Jones, yes. Penalty, yellow card. Lee Jones is not hurt. That was rather clumsy by the Chinese Taipei defender. He jumped early. It wasn't a last moment thing. He could have pulled out. So down to 6 now against the rampant Hong Kong side, who will rack up a big one here. They'll look to carry momentum into tomorrow. They gang tackle Denmark. One low, one high. Stiles. Here's Alex McQueen. Looks to get the fend on. Great support on the inside by Stiles. And he is full of beans today, Hugo Stiles. Mega fit and just always lurking on the inside. Gets the last pass from McQueen. Good finish from the young man. Russ Webb just keeps adding them up.
Hong Kong's player number 10 succeeds a conversion kick and adds 2 points. 홍콩팀 선수 교체 있습니다. 7번 선수가 나오고 9번 선수가 들어갑니다. 2번 선수가 나오고 1번 선수가 들어갑니다. Substitution by Team Hong Kong. Player number 7 is substituted by player number 9. Player number 2 is substituted by.
So it's 35-0. Still a player in the bin. Alex McQueen in the middle of things there. He just seems to keep running. How'd he do that? Kadu Lee there with the man bun. Yu Kam Shing, one to beat, and he beats him well. And Alex McQueen with a lot of strength there. Kadu Lee and Yu Kam Shing finish it off. And this effectively has put Chinese Taipei into the 8th and 9th playoff. They'll have to stick around at the stadium. That's the booby prize today. As things stand, they are in 9th position, and it's always awkward with 9 teams trying to figure out the draw, but Afghanistan, oh, and he's missed one, he's human. Afghanistan are currently in 8th position, so those 2 teams will have to wait here for 2.5 hours after this game to play off for that final quarterfinal spot, as we see Yu Kam Shing finish nicely. Tom McQueen chases this, and it's gone a little bit too deep, and it was Lee Hong An that took it. They just haven't had any chance at all, and drop ball like that, not helping at all. Advancing blue line. They're forced to the boot eventually, straight to Jamie Hood, thanks very much. Brings back the other way. Thinks he sees a mismatch. Tom McQueen with the round the corner shot. Oh, I don't believe it. That was unbelievable, but he's knocked it on. And love to see a replay of that. Ooh, look, I think that was worth going upstairs. The TMO's looking at me like it should go upstairs. But Mr. Coleman was right there. There's wry smiles all around. That would have been try of the year for Tom McQueen. Still 2 minutes here, and it's 40-0. Hong Kong 54 in their first game. Max Woodward just says, give it to me, son. And with those big fancy quadriceps of his, Max Woodward goes in for another try. A cameo appearance for him. Hood converts. So they've broken the 100 points in their 2 pool games. There is Liam Herbert. Looks like he's track-suited up. He hurt his knee in the earlier game. I'm not sure they brought Ben Rimini, the 13th man, into the fray yet. They'll probably save him for tomorrow rather than warm him up just for a minute here. Yu Kam Shing gets his fingers on. He takes it somehow. Feeds it to McQueen. Sensational skills from Yu Kam Shing. And they break the 50. Another bit of brilliance. Aerial dominance here by Hong Kong. And that's a new part of Yu Kam Shing's game this last season or two. He's designation chaser. More often than not, he's able to get the ball back.
No, there will be a restart. It was scored.
Jamie Hood just slides it in off the left hand upright. And referee says there's still time for some more misery.
홍콩의 8번 선수가 트라이를 성공하며 5점을 득점했고 컨버전킥을 성공하며 2점을 추가로
Well, they've broken the 50 for the second time.
Number 8 scores a try and earns 5 points. He also succeeds a conversion kick and adds 2 points.
Hong Kong, again, they try to bat it back. McQueen misses it completely, or does he? No, it was a little knock on, so the pain on his face. It's all over. A sigh of relief from Chinese Taipei. They've been absolutely schmozzled here by Hong Kong, who are the form team of the day. 54 points to 0. A ton of conversions and a big bag of tries. What a day they've had, 109 points. Hong Kong and Chinese Taipei. We'll have a look at the pool standings after some highlights. There were just too many tries to choose from in the end. Take your pick. There were some very classy performances. Just a good all-round team performance, in fact. And this young man, ball in one hand, holding it like an orange, holding it like he's a Fijian. They are going to be hard to stop. They are going to top Pool A. And Pool A will play the winner of the 8th and 9th playoffs. So they'll be playing this team again, or Afghanistan, whoever wins the game later today. And neither team's going to trouble them in the quarterfinals tomorrow morning. There it is then, Hong Kong, 108 points. That's a whopping great points differential. Look there, Chinese Taipei, they finish in 9th, 80 against, and only 19 points for Malaysia. Pick up second spot, so they're through. Then we look down Pool B. China, they take the 2 wins. Singapore down the bottom with 54 against, 24-4. I think that helps them escape the 8th and 9th playoff. They should go through as one of the second best qualifiers. And then, of course, Korea with the 2 wins, looking very good against Sri Lanka. 63 points for, 7 against. Sri Lanka wrap up second spot. Afghanistan, well, because of their points difference, they will square off against Chinese Taipei in the dreaded 8th and 9th playoff, which will be on the cards for 5:40 p.m. So we'll be back at 5:38 local time. Just us and those 2 teams hanging around. It's the last chance saloon for those 2 teams to stay in this tournament. The loser will be done for the weekend. Come back and join us at 5:38 local time.